Hi class, welcome back. I'm Matt Fisher, your accounting professor. In today's video, we're going to go over the sales budget. Now, before we do that, let's just take a quick look at the master budget. As you can see on the screen here, the master budget starts with the sales budget, and all other budgets and financial statements follow. That makes sense. We need to know what our sales are for the year in order to prepare what our other budgets are going to be. For example, how many we're going to produce, our production budget, or what kind of materials we're going to need, our materials budget, or to prepare a budgeted income statement or a budgeted balance sheet. In order to prepare all of these, we need to start with, well, what are our sales going to be? What's going to happen in sales this year that will drive all of these other budgets? So that's why we're going to start right now with the sales budget, and from there, we'll go over some other budgets in the next few videos. I'm not going to do all of them. I'm just going to do a few of these budgets so you get an idea of how they're prepared. So first of all, let's assume that we're manufacturing potato chips. And these potato chips sell for $2 a bag. Now this information needs to be given to you. You can't just decide what your price is, and you can't just decide what the sales are. If you're doing a homework problem or a test problem, they need to give you some information in order for you to prepare this sales budget. So what I'm telling you is the price is $2 per bag of potato chips. And now, as you can see on the board here, I have my unit sales for the first quarter. In January, I'm predicting that my sales are going to be 10,000 bags. In February, 12,000 bags. And in March, 11,000 bags. So for the quarter in total, that's going to be 33,000 bags. Okay, so this information would need to be given to you. And then I said the price was $2 per bag. So I'm going to plug in here $2. And then I'm going to put a line underneath this in order to finish my sales budget. You can see this is pretty simple. So now my sales are 10,000 times $2 per bag, or my sales revenue in the first month of January would be 20,000, would be 24,000, 12 times 2, 12,000 times 2, and then 11,000 times 2 is 22,000, and then 33,000 times 2 is 66,000, but at the same time I would add these up just to make sure that they do equal this number, to make sure I haven't done something wrong mathematically. And you can see this does work. So that's as simple as a sales budget is. Now, sometimes some textbooks after this have you look at, well, what's the cash flow going to be associated with this? And that's not too hard to do. So you might want to take a look at your textbook and see. You just have to follow whatever they tell you. If they say that 80% of this is collected in the month, then you take 80% of that, or 16,000, and say, okay, well, that's collected in January. And if the rest is collected in the following month, then 4,000 would be collected in February. We would need this information when we prepare our cash budget. All right, because this is just our sales. It's not necessarily the cash that we're getting. We're not necessarily getting this 20,000 in January. Like I said, maybe it's 80% in January and 20% in February. So 16,000 and 4,000 would move over to February. And then February would do the same thing. 80% in February, 20% in March. So then we could calculate what our cash would actually be. Well, class, I hope this video has helped you. I know it's pretty simple. Make sure you really understand this because, like we said at the beginning, this is what drives all the other budgets. So from here, we're going to move into the production budget in the next video. So stay tuned, and I hope you enjoyed this, and I hope you enjoy all of these videos. We'll see you again soon.